game because we directly go for the ban and peak pace here for Bhutan versus Bangladesh in this second game. Just like before, I think they will be focused on Beatrix and 1-1 because still two best gold laner, I think.
Yep.
But
And now they are changing their side, right? Because
Yeah.
Bhutan got the first pick and second pick is Bangladesh. But the difference is before the Bhutan banned 1-1, right? But right now, Bangladesh is trying to ban Talmud. I think they gonna play with the sustainable hero like maybe Paquito or even Akai, but Akai is getting banned by Bhutan.
Akai is banned as well, and for Bhutan, I thought that if they are in the first pick, they can just let the Beatrix open, leave it open, and try and pressure Bangladesh to be forced to ban instead. But no, they go for the Akai, and now Faramis is also banned on the side of Bangladesh.
Okay.
I'm not sure what else would come out here. If they really want to go for the same strategy, Diggy needs to be denied somehow. Pick it or ban it in the first or second phase, I think.
Or maybe they just want to ban over the Valentina. They don't want Bhutan to get it. But turns out Bhutan is the one that banning over the Valentina. Here, 1-1 is still way open. If they want to try contest this 1-1 or maybe try to deny it. The Masha is still there. Julian as well.
Don't forget Fanny.
Fanny,
Have Fanny.
Fanny first pick is
have a
not
more
really good,
aggressive
right?
game.
Fanny first pick has potential in a way because you're forcing your opponents to adjust almost instantly.
Yeah.
And so when you can force your enemies to do something they don't want to, that is already inherent value in the pick. It's possible, but of course, to make the Fanny work, you need a lot of mechanics, and you know that's a lot of practice required. 1-1 will be finally banned as well, leaving the only real prio marksman being the Claude usually.
Yeah, but we don't see Cloud since yesterday's match as well, so I don't think 1-1 will be prioritized yet, but Julian directly being picked here by the side of Bhutan. Again, leaving Masha open, leaving a lot of potential hero right here as long as Esmeralda and also Yves that can be picked as two AoE heroes from the side of Bangladesh.
Right. Paquito as well as Big Brother Leos mentioned. It's a very real possibility. It might be something they've been saving up, you know, because when you least expect it, it can come out. Julian has been picked a lot for prio picks, but now it really depends. I think the gold lane becomes so much more critical here, and if both these teams, if they don't pick the gold lane in the first phase, the other team has a chance to narrow down your hero pool even more. That's definitely not the way to go. So Esmeralda will be picked up. And I assume it will be a gold lane, but we'll just have to wait and find out.
I'm hoping it's Yves though. But yeah, it's a gold lane. Again, they're going with the clean. I feel like they are very confident with the clean that they are having, so they're still gonna be... I'm not gonna reveal any other gold laner so far. I'm just gonna reveal my clean. That's my all-in. I wonder if Bhutan next game will try to bet over the clean and they will show up with a different kind of hero coming from Bangladesh. It will be fun though.
I wonder if it's just an issue of comfort heroes, because when it comes to Clint, right, you're a lane bully. But if you want to bully in the lane, why not Papa and Koopa? There's a lot of other options available. I'm really curious on why exactly the Clint is the choice of option. And for Bhutan, the Atlas, to go for that engage, and they don't risk the Diggy any longer. They pick it up. So this will be a Diggy.
It's gonna be Diggy mid lane.
In the mid lane, most likely.
Yeah, because we already see it on Indonesia, like Onyx Esports is using Diggy as mid lane.
As a mid lane, and it's gonna give a lot of damage with that alarm bomb. I really hate it.
If Diggy got 60 stacks, one auto alarm bomb will got clean half HP.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. That's with the Diggy building. Usually we see the roam position. He can build a Divine Glaive and no other damage item. Maybe Enchant Talisman for the mana for the cooldown, and that will chunk your marksman into half HP. That is ridiculous. That is borderline unfair. But for Bangladesh, they pick a solid front line in the Barats, and now if they pick, let's say an Estes, all right, just maybe.
Just maybe.
Estes, there is no real way for Bhutan to try and win this because, you know, the time journey won't really work as well.
Yeah. Unless they put this Atlas somewhere else, which is not going to be a very good option, I suppose, with the XP laner Atlas. I'm not really cheering for that one. And the other side, on the other side, they can also what? Do you think that Atlas can go to the XP lane?
No. I think
it's a bit much.
More like Julian go to XP lane and then maybe Bhutan can pick Ling.
Oh.
Because yeah, it's gonna be fast-paced game. Ling can aim clean on the back line, and of course, Bangladesh didn't have like for the single target lock to stop clean.
Possibility, but I feel like it's too expensive somehow, because we see that actually the hero that is coming from Bangladesh, again, they play with sustainability. We know the pressure that can be given by Ling. I know it for sure with the Tempest of the Deviant Sword and everything, but I still feel they really need more damage coming from Bhutan in order to hold all of it. Or maybe if they want to go for it, then go for something sustained. They can try to go over the Baxia this time from the side of Bhutan, rather than going for anything else.
Well, now if you look at take a look at the bans here, right? Bangladesh, they've been playing very solid for the Clint, right? It's a front-to-back situation, and they want to make sure that their EXP lane, the Uranus in the previous game, has free reign. So they ban out the Popo and Koopa, they ban out the Daiwath as well, but as I was mentioning, the Estus ban coming in from the side of Bhutan, they know that they have the time journey, they can catch up. If Bangladesh can't survive the initial burst, it's going to be very difficult, and they themselves have banned that Faramis. So they are short on options on what to use to try and save the team from the combo, because there's the God of Kacha, the empowered chain, the amount of engage coming in from Bhutan is insane right now.
It's like
with
our
the Blazing Duet.
hashtag unity in diversity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Super unique here, and I wonder where this Gatot gonna go. Is it
EXP.
gonna be XP lane definitely, or maybe?
I think so.
Because like the Avatar Guardian is gonna be useful on the team fight if like Bangladesh going together.
I do
Right.
agree with that one. I mean, like the 5 heroes that is going
Masha.
out together, but Masha
For
as the
close
last
range
pick.
hero.
So, who is the roamer? Is it gonna be roamer Masha?
I believe so. I think that
believe,
makes the most sense here.
Yeah, I do agree it is.
But to facing Julian,
So it's
I think
gonna
Masha
be
is gonna be kind of hard game.
I think initially it's going to be a bit difficult for Julian.
Yeah.
It always is against a roaming Masha. If she gets into the jungle, that's a bit of a problem. But we've seen a lot of teams counter it by just waiting in the jungle with 5 people. Masha comes in, free kill, free first blood. So we'll see if that happens in game number 2, because you know, the longer this game goes, the higher the stakes are gonna be.
It is. And I wonder what will happen to the Digi later on, because this Masha, even though there is a roamer, the Thunderclap still gonna be a huge problem. But what? We will just jump right now to the land of Dawn to witness the second game. Unity in Diversity here. Bali 14th World Esports Championship 2022. Still with me, Village of Colliers and also Arashi to be the casters of today's match.
Yes. Because look, like we mentioned before, Masha is trying to do more aggressive game through disturbing one last sex on the jungle, and Rios is trying to cover him.
He's getting a bit of a tough time here. He's getting chunked by the Masha. Again and again, he's forced to back away. That's going to delay the farming pattern for quite a bit. And to make things worse, Hercules is actually able to escape as well.
Breakable.
Here we go. That's a taunt. That will be the Masha escaping with his life. Wow.
Yeah, almost get caught here, but we are seeing actually this Digi just like being a monster, giving so much damage, especially with the Magic Warship. Look at the damage. I mean, like to the minion, even it's like 500 with 1 alarm bomb. Imagine if they can try to stack it with 3 alarm bomb at the same time. But in the top lane, we are seeing as well that Gatot Kacha is having a hard time facing this Esmeralda that is just like dancing around. And this Baras will just try so hard to finish this Gatot, but with that movement that is coming from Dendo, I think they are gonna be able, not gonna be able to survive, but also the exchange is coming really good actually for Bhutan.
One XP lane to one jungle, and I think it's gonna be more benefit to Bhutan, right? On the early game, because the jungler needs the stack of the jungle, and then look, the turtle is going up on the line of jungle.
And especially because Baraz is a strong jungler, and he has the advantage here against the Julian. So him falling down early in this game, that's definitely not the result that Bangladesh was looking for that dive. And now you can see Bhutan making quick moves towards the turtle. Level 4 is coming in for these players, and that will be the beginning of the insane combo gameplay from the side of Bhutan.
Yep. And it's alarm. I mean, like, okay.
Yep.
A little bit pause here, but right now, Bhutan's side is going for objective game, which is gonna be very nice for them with the lineup that they're having. I mean, the early game, they really need the movement coming from Julian, Atlas, and Digi, because they are need some time. This Cloud need their space to
Yeah.
get up the power spike later on with the Golden Staff and also the Demon Hunter Sword. So yeah, I mean, like with the Blazing Duet, I mean, facing Clan is not going to be very easy in the laning phase, but with the Blazing of Duet, I mean, like it's going to help this Cloud to actually get gold that he needs to get over the 2 items that he needs the most. But
One more. Cloud needs the Wind of Nature.
later, yeah.
Yep, if not, if he going in with the Battle Mirror image and do the Blazing Duet, the burst damage from Clean, from the quick draw is
I do
very,
agree
very
with that
strong.
one.
Yeah.
I do agree with that one. I mean, like that's the 3 important items right now for the Cloud. But so far, we are seeing actually the movement that is coming from Bhutan is also like very strong. I mean, like I want to see more about this Gatot Kacha because with the Vengeance just now and also the power of Gatot Kacha itself actually facing 2 stanky hero from the side of Bangladesh that dive into the first turret. It's just like so huge in the exchange for that one.
I was wondering if Bangladesh was trying to make sure that the Esmeralda got the kill, because it seems like they could pick up the kill and they were hesitating quite a bit, and that results in the Barats getting taken out. If they survive there, that's a lot of gold coming in from the tower platings as well. So it's a missed opportunity for sure. And I find it interesting that for Bhutan, right, it's just the exact opposite scenario. They are now the combo, the proper team fight composition, and Bangladesh, they're the ones that they have to make moves to try and make sure that Bhutan doesn't get to group together, especially in those neutral objectives like the Turtle and later on the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Avatar Guardian, I think it will be a key moment if the Gatot Kacha can use it very well. And because he have the unbreakable skill that can have the all of the aggro of the enemies.
Right, the
It can-
taunt.
yeah, the taunts. It can help the teams to aim more better.
It's strong as well. I mean, Taunt is a crowd control we don't see too often in the Land of Dawn, and it's a bit underestimated. It's very strong, especially in the right circumstances, against the right heroes. So there's potential for Gatot Kacha to actually do a lot of damage here, especially if it's comboed, right? Fatal Links into a Taunt,
Yeah.
that's massive value. If you follow it up with a Blazing Duet, I think it's GG, man. There's
But-
no way.
That needs momentum. I mean, like,
Yes.
if they don't get a proper momentum, it's not going to be that easy for Bhutan to get the players coming from the Bangladesh, because it depends on the position as well coming from Bangladesh. I know that they are having like very, very like close combat and also like sticking together kind of play
Right.
style.
A grouping playstyle.
Yeah,
yes.
grouping play style coming from Bangladesh. But seeing Atlas on the side of Bhutan definitely going to give like, oh, this is going to be a heads up. So we need to change our habit by grouping up. Maybe they will try to move along, or maybe the Purify will be the focus. I forgot, do Esmeralda get the Purify or not? Because actually later, if the Fatal Links connect, but the Esmeralda have the Purify and also doing the Filing Storm mode, actually it's going to be giving like split second for the rest of the player coming from Bangladesh to like actually reset up for the initiation later. So yeah, that's what we are seeing here from the draft coming from Bangladesh and Bhutan.
And I love to see the combo wombo, but remember the source of damage is only from Cloud.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to be careful like Cloud is not taken down during the team fight or
This is Julian. I
Yeah.
guess. But of course,
Julian is
depending on
not-
the build, right?
yeah,
The damage
on
is
the late
limited.
game, Julian is not very strong.
Alright.
But I wonder about the Gatot Kacha. Do Gatot Kacha still like before playing with the
Single target.
I mean, like with the damage that can be given with the concentrate energy and everything, does it still deals a lot of damage, right?
Depends on the item builds, I think, and
Yeah.
the situation. Who is he targeting? If he's going on the Barats, that's not a lot of damage at all.
Yeah,
If
it
he
is.
gets it on the Lunox, on the Clint, that will be value indeed. For Bangladesh, though, they can try and offer a split push, of course, with Esmeralda or the Masha. But now Masha will be the main target here with the enhanced chain, and he will be able to escape
Okay.
blowing that sprint. No problem whatsoever.
Yep.
We
yep.
didn't see it. Because 4-man heroes, even the Battle Link is already used. It's a good chance to Bangladesh to get, like, for example, the next objective to counter it back, because like Bhutan is trying to do the pick of playstyle.
Bangladesh is still waiting for an opportunity here. And for the most part, they're just sticking with 3 members. In this early stage of the game, the Barats is just going to be too tanky, doing too much damage. Bhutan needs to wait for that late game scenario. When it comes to skirmishes, Bangladesh with the burst from the Lunox can deal with these tanky members.
Yep. Oh, but that one is quite a very, very good movement coming from Hughes here to ignore all of the movement coming from Bangladesh. not a really good situation here right now from Bangladesh. They need to re-engage and wait for the next ultimate to be ready. But look at this one. Actually, Ryu is focusing on this Masha, and this Masha will be done, I think, in the hands of Julian. What a really nice catch coming from Bhutan. The chain connect, but they won't force the war again.
It's way too much damage taken by the Masha. But at this point, it's still okay because it's still the roamer getting taken, right? He's still fulfilling his condition of pressuring the opponents, but whoa, I think the purple buff just got stolen by the Julian on the side of Bhutan. This is that dive we saw earlier, and as you can see, it's just one tower shot too many, not ideal for the side of Bangladesh.
And now Masha is got it targeted again, and even the Ryu is trying to do the perfect match from, but Isas filing about the lane is pop up. Even the time journey is trying to help the Atlas, and Atlas is taken down. So you see Hercules trying to aim the ZXCR, but he still survived.
He still survived, and the Blazing Duet actually giving quite a huge damage. But look at this one, actually the turtle to be taken inside in the hand of Bangladesh. Right now, Bangladesh have the opportunity to get something, but look at that Gatot Kacha actually. A really good movement coming from this Gatot Kacha. Tried to cut the minion wave, but in the bottom lane we are saying that actually the alarm bomb, this is not in a really good situation. But on the other hand, they are exchanging it with a very expensive gold laner. Not only the gold laner, because actually the jungler will be the target, and Bhutan get 2 kills. That is really matter right now. And Hercules won't be a Hercules for too long, because one last second will take him down with the Maniac in the hand of this Julian.
Looking for the Savage, I think, because Wizard is run away, because he cannot do the sustainable damage versus against 4 heroes. And look at the item, Genius 1 is already secured by 1 for 6, and here is the team fight, Arashi.
It was so unfortunate because we talked again about Bangladesh and their reliance on that backline member. The Clint was taken out in the beginning of the whole engagement, and they continued fighting. Eventually, the damage coming in from the Julian was just a bit too much, and they fall one by one. A bit of miscommunication, but just out of nowhere, a shutdown coming in. Pause has been requested though.
Yep. I mean, like, look at that one. Actually, the shutdown will give quite a huge money to the side of Bangladesh here
Even
with
Esmeralda.
Wizard. I mean, like, especially it's Esmeralda, the one that can sustain for the late game later on. And I think like it's like 360 until like 400 gold in the hand of Esmeralda itself for one shutdown, because it's a maniac. It's a maniac.
It's a maniac.
It's a maniac.
So
it's
early in the game as well. Maniac out of nowhere.
Maniac out of nowhere. 400 gold at this moment for the swing here to the side of Esmeralda. I mean, like, it's gonna help Esmeralda to grow more, especially with the Oracle maybe, or maybe going for another kind of thing with Esmeralda. The damage coming from Julian is pretty huge, so maybe a defense to the magical, or maybe if they want to, Athena Shield is still a possibility though. I mean, like, or maybe they can try to go for the Antikyras for the Cloud later on.
Later on, I think the Esmeralda will be a huge problem because even the shields coming in from the time journey can be stolen by the Esmeralda. So there is a possibility that in the late game, the Esmeralda can actually tank the bulk of the damage. And as we mentioned, if you have limited damage against sustained heroes like the Uranus, like the Esmeralda, you're in big trouble, man.
Yeah, it is. And I feel like the Lunox pick is actually pretty strong from Bangladesh, but we don't see, usually when we see Lunox, we need early game aggression. For the Lunox itself to get maybe 1-2 kills, because if not, the Lunox, I mean, I know the impact will be very huge, but if they can try to get Lunox more gold or maybe damage in the early game, it's better for the Lunox.
But Lunox need 2 core items, the Clock of Destiny and the Lightning Truncheon. So you can give more burst damage to the enemies. Even the penetration is very, very hard. But Lunox need to care about her positioning, because if not, if Lunox got picked off first on the team fight, that will be like, it's gonna be like Cloud who got picked off.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, fortunately for them, there's the Brilliance Order to play around with to try and make outplays happen. But again, with Bhutan having the Diggy and so much engaged, inevitably someone's gonna get caught. It's about Bangladesh picking who can take the brunt of the damage. And here we did see that the purple buff actually gets stolen back, I think. by the barrage on X-Win. So that's a great victory, small victory for Bangladesh, and they still have the pressure in this early game.
And they still want for more. Avatar of Guardian will be popped here, not hitting towards this Esmeralda that is just running away using the sprint here. What a really good catch coming from Esmeralda itself. Actually wasting several movement coming from Bhutan.
Wonder, actually have been going on the Masha a lot, and I think it's just a waste of a bit of a waste of resources because the Masha does not mind going down. If they put that effort towards other members like the Clint, like the Barrage, I think it'll be a lot more beneficial. And you can see the setup coming in from Bhutan preparing to go for a flank for a fight.
Okay, Turtle now is got by Stripe, and look, the time journey is pop up. Perfection tries to run away from the Hercules, even blasting Duet alone, trying to hit 3 heroes, but the missile expert is missed to get Cloud, and the first time is saved Cloud from the Solid Armor.
And I think they need to get back as soon as possible, even though that getting a 3-man, fatal 4-man even, but the damage is not enough. What will happen? Julian dives in, taking 1 kill, still seeking for this Barras, but this Barras is still very tanky, and Sauce is there to try to give quick draw the damage to push back this Julian. Even though despite all of the setups that is coming from Bhutan is very good, but the result is not really there yet. I mean, like this bottling doesn't have enough backup, follow-up.
Exactly, the fight just was so sporadic. Bhutan were not unable to combo. You saw the Blazing Duet first, and then the Fatal Links. It's a bit of a reverse order, and I think it's due to Bangladesh just positioning properly. I think Bhutan needs to really think about who they want to target with the bulk of their skills, because we saw the Blazing Duet, it doesn't do that much damage to the tankier members on the side of Bangladesh anyways. So he needs to wait for the Clint to pop up and then go for him, especially in this early stage of the game where he does not have all the core items he needs to be able to do that insane burst late game damage with that Blazing Duet.
So we will see what will happen, but this is 8 minutes going to 9, but in the top lane, Thunderclap jumping in, they want to get this Cloud, and they got it for sure. Not only the Cloud, but the Tiki is also gone in the exchange of Strife, but the exchange is not stopping because actually the Masha is down. But now, look at the damage that is given. Farah still tries to do something here. Try to pick up 1 member from the side of Bhutan. Will they be able to do that? The Falling Starwood is also there. Rizar still trying to survive. Still a lot of good. A Father of Guardian. Mega kill for this Julian. But this win, X-Win actually will be taken down in the hand of Bhutan, I suppose, because one last second still jumping. The chain connect, and here you go. Barats is done, unstoppable. This Julian is just merciless.
And this is a chance for Bhutan to get the first Lord because there's no jungler on Bangladesh. Even the Isas is getting hard to sustain the damage from the enhanced chain.
You can see last sec on the Julian, he does a lot of damage, provided that the skills land onto Isas on the Clint. And as we say that Gatot Kacha is no longer part of the equation, Masha chasing everyone away from the Lord, but is that too aggressive? He gets bursted down, 1 HP bar left, but the knockout from the Lord sets it up for the side of Bangladesh. They are still waiting for an opportunity as the Masha recovers yet another HP bar, and the Lord is doing so much damage to the members of Bhutan. Half HP on 2 members as the Masha lies waiting on the side lanes. It will be a reset, but what a tough situation for Bhutan to face against Bangladesh.
I don't think they want to do it because this Cloud have the Blazing Duet. I mean, like the one moment with Blazing Duet in the Lord Pit is just gonna create so much problem. But yeah, resetting things, going back to the items right now. We are seeing Demon Hunter Sword, Golden Staff. So Cloud is there already. Only 1 step ahead to go for that Wind of Nature, but I do think they still want to go for the Endless Battle. I think for the true damage
because
to be
you
given.
have the Magic Necklace, right? So maybe or Endless Battle or even the Thunder Belt, but now we use Thunderclap trying to aim the Atlas. Even the Conceal is being popped up. What a waste of resource, Archie.
Defensive use of Conceal is never ideal, especially for Bhutan that requires a very strong engage to succeed in these team fights. And now you can see the Masha just making all the plays happen. Fuyo Hercules just pushing everybody away, and Bangladesh with the control over the Lord Pit, they can just burst everybody down because there's a good mix of damage. That will be the shutdown picked up by X-Win on that Barrage, and already a 1-man advantage, and they will be going straight for that Lord. The combination of the Lunox magic damage and the Clint physical damage is just way too difficult for Bhutan to deal with right now.
Because it's 5% of the enemy's HP is gonna be hurt to stop the Lord. And look, perfect. The bird is taken down, and the outer middle turret got by Bangladesh.
Oh my god, they got a lot. They got 2 points here, especially the shutdown coming from one last second. 12 to the 12 minutes here going inside of the land of dawn. The gold lead is on the side of Bangladesh, 4,000 at the moment. They are like climbing up a lot more than before. I mean, like in the first game they are really having this advantage, and right now they try to get it in the second game, but Alpha's coming in here, try to know where's the position with the perfect match, but what really happens? There's no fataling available to be used right there. They are not using it, and even it's been shut down. Again, this is the third player that is being picked off from the side of Bhutan, and Bangladesh is just like pressuring Bhutan to handle all of the things that they are giving.
They're just way too ahead right now. They
Yeah.
have they are 6k gold ahead, and now they can just keep pushing because they have the burst damage. All these tanky members from Bhutan, they are not safe from the dangers of the side of Bangladesh, and with that Lord in Thai, they will be going for the base turret, and they're pushing 2 lanes at once. X-Wing will be got kind of low, but he can still survive. He's way too tanky, and the Plint damage will come through. Kacha way too out of position. That's a double kill for the Plint, and Bangladesh, they're not done yet.
Yep, trying to do the last second, but triple kill got by Isas. Even Ryus alone trying to defend his base, and look at the minion is going up and try to aim for the base, and Maniac got by Isas, even wipe out for Bangladesh.
And they will try to aim for the base. This is the second game for the hand of Bangladesh. Again and again, Bangladesh claiming the point, one step closer to be the winner of the final South Asia qualifier for Bali 14 World Esports Championship 2022.
4-0, Rashi.
2-0 right now.
Yeah, because the first game, like we see like